Thank you so much for staying with us in this beautiful edition of Wake Up Nigeria. Right now, I have a very interesting interview. I'm about to go on to a very interesting interview, and I have two amazing ladies right here with me. I have Boluwatife, Ayomide, and Judith Ushi. Now, they're here to talk about the movie Bloom, the Journey to Bloom, right? And it's a Sky Girl production.
Yes.
All right, first off, how you ladies doing?
Okay. Oh, it's a lot, but I'm fine.
Oh, you're fine.
I feel really good to be here.
Oh, great. Amazing. Amazing having you here too. So tell me about the movie. So Journey to Bloom. Now, what roles did you play in this? Let's start with Judith.
Okay, so I play the character Naima Hassan,
Okay.
and she's an artist. She's a DJ, an artist, and in the film, she navigates her life experiences, makes choices for herself. It's just about her being true to herself, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So and you?
I play Tife, the fashionista, the agege girl. I'm not the rich kids like them.
Okay.
So I had to navigate my life, you know, coming from the trenches, going to the school of a big man, and having to experience just putting myself in that spot whereby I know I'm among these rich people.
Yeah.
And also, I have only my mom in the movie, so I have to like support my mom, and it was
So you're
quite a
you
lot.
were wannabe,
Yeah.
long and short, trying to
blend
trying to
in.
latch on. Anyways, that's great at all of that. And then, so now let's talk about the movie holistically. Now, the movie Journey to Bloom. Now, what would you say? I mean, a great question to ask from a production point of view, but then again, as actors in the movies, I know movies have a way of impacting even the actors and even your lives going forward. So what would you say the movie literally translated to mean to you eventually? Let's start with.
For me, I think the movie helps young girls. So it's done for example, now if you watch the movie, you see different characters, you see different experiences. So it's just a way to teach young girls or young people how to make choices and what to do in certain specific situations that we know all these girls are going through, but they're not really talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what
All
it
right,
is.
and for you?
Well, for me, basically, it just made me put myself in that spot of do not give up, because Tife had to strive and strive. She did not give up. There were a lot of bullies in school. She did not still give up. Same as Naima, she had experienced challenges trying to be the fame, like just make it among her peers, but she did not give up.
All right. Okay. So now, actors. Now, I asked you earlier before we started the interview. Was this your first? It wasn't your premiere movie. So tell me about the journey so far. Let's start with Bulu. What's your journey in the acting space so far been like?
It's been a lot, just going out for auditions, and I went to a film school, and I've been, given a chance to act in few movies, worked with WAP TV majorly, and yeah, I know that it's been a lot, Shabo. I just thank God for this new phase.
Okay, Judith, what would you say brought you on this path to being an actor?
I think I started in secondary school.
Oh.
Yes, I started talking to myself. First of all, my dad is an actor.
Oh,
Yes,
nice. So it's
but-
a family, it goes down the family tree.
Exactly. My
Okay.
sister is also an actor. So it grew up on me in secondary school. So I had this series where I would talk to myself, fake scenarios and all of that. And then I started acting in school dramas and that. So by the time I was done with school, immediately I came out, I started the whole audition hustle, watching millions of videos on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I would literally sit down for hours and watch videos. So after a while, I booked my first job as a day player. And since then, it's been going. So from jumping bus, going for auditions, yeah, it's been very successful. for me.
Amazing. Okay, so not too long ago, we actually just concluded the AFRIF, right? And I know that has literally been one. Were you guys, any of you, did you attend any of
I
the days?
attended one on
one of
one
the
day.
days?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, these are kind of events and programs that literally help young actors like yourself get into mainstream and things like that. So now looking at the movie scene, right? Thinking back to why you decided to become an actor, what would you say the Nigerian movie scene is like to you, to your best interpretation, not as opposed anyways, to where global standards are with regards to movies in Hollywood and the likes?
Oh, I don't understand the question.
So the question basically is asking, juxtaposing Nollywood, Hollywood, right? Where do you think we are on the scale of things? And then what role do you think you play on that scale of things?
Wow, where we are on the scale of things.
You didn't think about it before. No, because I mean, I feel the question is important, even for you to actually internalize and just think about, considering your production in the industry. Do you understand? So where do you think we are on the scale of things? And then moving forward.
To be very honest,
Yeah.
I think Nollywood is trying. So when we look at Hollywood, what we don't see is the funding.
Okay.
So a lot of Nollywood productions are heavily funded.
Yeah.
And a lot of productions now in Nigeria cannot afford the standard that Hollywood gives us.
Yes, yes.
So for what we have, I would say that we are doing our best. No, we can do it, but we're really trying. We're really trying. And then there are bigger productions that are actually way up there.
Yeah.
Yes, bigger productions are way up there. So
Yes.
yeah, I would say we're trying it now.
And I think it's also very important because think about the fact that, I mean, we have people like Idris Elba talking about coming into the African movie space. And then it's obvious that, I mean, we have stories here in Nigeria that a lot of people want to tap from and actually want to tell. Now let's talk about being on set and acting in this particular movie. What was production set like for you, Bolu?
It was fun with my guys.
With your guys?
With my guys. Even the crew members, it was quite fun.
Okay.
It was interesting.
So it wasn't stressful at all?
It was
your
stressful,
producer
I mean.
did not...
It was stressful. There were times we had to do late nights,
Yeah.
wake up early in the morning.
Yeah.
And all. But
What
was
would you
fun.
say was your most challenging part of the movie all through? Maybe like a scene or getting into a particular character or something?
There was a time I had to think about because in the character I do not have my dad, so I had to put myself in the space of not having a dad, thinking of bringing my own personal pain to life. It was quite challenging. I had to put myself in that mood for a long time, sustaining it.
Okay, so I mean, you went to film school, right? Now acting school. Now I guess they probably teach you how to transition in and out. But then again, we know how, I mean, what you learn in school sometimes is not what it is in reality. So coming to the reality of actually being on set now, getting in and out of those characters, how has that been for you? Because I literally have friends that literally go on sets and literally talk about how they step into a character and then coming out of it's literally like, it's usually like a big deal. So what would you say, how do you deal with that navigation to real self and then characters and movie sets?
Okay, so first thing I do is when I get my script, I try to read the story for the fun of it, yes. Okay. So I do that a couple of times, and then I go down to knowing what my character is doing in each scene. So we were taught as actors that in every scene there's an objective, there's a character objective. So I try to find that out. I try to understand my relationship with all other people in the movie. And when I do that, I don't learn my lines.
You don't learn
I don't learn my lines before.
All right.
Yeah, but I know what is in the scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You understand the role you're actually meant to bring forward. Okay.
So when I get on set, that's when I know what I'm supposed to say on set.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that process, when we're done with that, we shoot the movie, and after it depends on the character that you're playing. If you're playing a character that is close to life, like close to your life, it doesn't really take much from you. But for example, there was a time I was playing a twin role, and I literally had to stay with the person playing my twin sister, and we had to try to connect and all of those things. So when you're done with productions like that, you tend to have a little bit of issue
Switching back
to, exactly. So I leave sets and I'm saying slangs that I don't use before. I'm doing things that I don't do before. Exactly. That's when it's far from my life.
Deep. All right. Amazing. What of you? Is it the same thing you experience, or you just switch in and switch out?
Well, basically, I just tell myself, this is not my reality. This is not what is happening right now.
Okay.
I just switch.
Do you actually, now looking at actors and actresses that literally go, I mean, probably been in the industry for the longest time, do you actually think it actually affects them? Sometimes when you see some have issues, maybe with family, relationships, do you actually think it affects them? Or you think like most actors probably have a way of just like coming out of it?
It affects them.
It does. Is that one worry you have in the long run? Do you think, have you at any point sat down to think that, okay, you know what, if I keep on doing this, I might just lose my
Yes.
Okay.
So there were times where I would have emotional scenes. And for me, I'm not somebody that has been through a lot of emotional baggages and all of that. So it was hard for me to go to some places and have to cry, have to feel bad, all of those things. So I started doing something that wasn't healthy. I would imagine negative things in my head happening to people that I love. And those things that I'm imagining would bring out genuine emotions from me. And at a point, I just told myself, I said, this thing that you're doing will mess you up one day. Because sometimes I could just sit down and I'm already thinking, what if she dies? And I'm like, no, no more. I don't care how much you're paying me. I'm not doing that again.
You're not doing that again. Okay, so now what type of roles do you look forward to? Obviously not emotional roles for you. So, but what type of, while she thinks about this, what type of roles do you look forward to? Thinking about your career in the next, going forward, 3-5 years?
I love action movies. I love, scary movies. I love blood. I love, those kind of, yes. I mean, same bloody movies. I actually love to feature in an action movie, doing fights, showing some blows.
Can you fight?
No, I can't. But I think I've actually worked a skit out with someone. Do skits about fighting.
Okay, so but you have to put in that. Go for that training.
Yes.
Put yourself at the
going to the gym, exercising,
and then some. Okay, what about you, Judith? What
kind of roles? So I would like to play. I think I love roles that require me to be in somebody's. Okay, let me not say somebody's shoes. For example, now I'm in prison, and something that
that's out of your.
Yes, exactly. So I would have to go to prison to actually see what it's like. Like I would like to play roles as outside of family, outside room and parlor. Do you understand?
So something different.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Amazing. It's been a delight speaking with you girls, and wish you all the very best with the movie Journey to Bloom. Right. We hope that your life stays blooming.
Amen.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us here. Amazing talking to you. All right, guys. We actually have to go on a break right now, but do stay tuned. It is the top of the hour. We're coming with 45 more minutes. We'll be right back.